winning teams, 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Whoa, won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now a play fake here on first down. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
49-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Patterson on the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the gun, it's Carr. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
A gain of 9
That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Shotgun now for Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Complete to D.D. Westbrook. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Carr. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Here's Patterson. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 16. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They'll complete this one to Patterson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Carr going to go on 4th down. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. DJ Chark there to make the grab. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Saints 0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
at their own 19-yard line.
Get ready! Get ready!
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On play action, it's Rodgers. He's airing it out. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mike Williams, 78 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Extra point.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Offense set to begin their next possession. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr, and he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run with Patterson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 12 yards. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. These two teams all tied after one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Carr. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Uchenna-Nwosu. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
2nd down.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the first down sack. Carr, oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. From the gun, Carr. Able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right, and that is incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Another big play there by Aaron Donald, the NFL's Defensive Player of the Year in 2017 and 18. We know he can rush the passer. He's also dominant in the run game. The quickness for a man his size often defeats the offensive lineman trying to block him.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down. Here's Rodgers. Screen play. Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. This to the 30 before being taken down. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
At the 30-yard line.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
That's another Saints.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
The line of scrimmage. A loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Rodgers now to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
4 yards.
That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. They'll run it Johnson. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Saints have taken the lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Carr. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Third and long, it's Carr. Buying time to his left.
A throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Brian McDougal.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Open man is Senior, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Brought down back at the 19-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And brought in by the tight end Cole. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And again, it's Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Mike Williams. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. For the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Set to kick off.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 31, Rodgers. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw is Rodgers. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That'll be complete to Cook. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Rodgers again now. Escaping the pressure right. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they can put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now Carr on the bootleg. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On second down now, it's Patterson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On play action, now Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ron Thornhill. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
They try to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Rodgers going to throw. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted, a loss of a full 6 yards. To throw again on 2nd down, Rodgers. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, and it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
At their own 11-yard line.
Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, Hyde. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Bucs on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. A shotgun handoff to Patterson, and he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
And
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
5-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Tampa Bay.
On 1st down, Carr. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. The open man is Westbrook. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. D.D. Westbrook. 76 yards. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score.
Fielded in the end zone.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Johnson on the counter. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
This defense really clamping down. Although they're losing the game still, this second half has been theirs.
And they're winning it. I almost equate it to being a boxer. And whenever you see a good fight, the guy who is on his toes and doing the punching, that's the guy who's winning. And that's the way they're going at it defensively now. Much more aggressive in their calls, much more aggressive in their pursuit.
Again, it's Johnson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is fielded at the 7. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. The danger of a punt that good? A 16-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
Now Carr. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun, a gift to Hyde. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
Out. It's fourth down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Carr to throw for it on fourth down. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
There it is, partner. You see it. 4 fingers. What does that mean?
4 fingers. That signifies the fourth quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the fourth quarter, what we found out so far. 2 touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
Yeah, second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up, had that lead. They were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Younghoe Koo lining up.
Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Obi-Melifonwu. Super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. He's able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And a Buccaneer first down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down. Well, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Saints' 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. High. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On 3rd down, Patterson. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
17. Younghoe Koo.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Rodgers eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Incomplete on the throwaway.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Tampa Bay, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
She-Rag got me.
Hit boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go.